Hey kids, Mr. Hartsfield here. Today we're going to talk about keeping your cookies safe. No one wants to give cookies for free. That's how you lose the game. So today we're going to just look at a couple of games that I've played where I've lost some cookies, made some bad choices. Um, the official term for losing your cookies or giving away cookies for free is called a blunder. So a blunder is just a terrible mistake that you've made that's gonna cost you quite a bit. So let's look at here's a classic blunder. We have a nice opening, e4, e5, propping up our pawn, and then black makes this silly move. He's trying to get his queen out for some reason because he's crazy. But what he didn't see was our bishop here on c1, and our bishop just goes munch and eats up that queen. That was a free queen, a free cookie. That was a big cookie that player just gave away. And now they're going to lose the game because they're down 9 points right off the bat. So don't be like this guy, giving away your cookies, okay? Let's talk about how to protect your cookies, okay? We're going to look at a game that I played when I was first getting back into chess. I am ranked 570 in this game. That's terrible, okay? And you're going to watch me play pretty terribly, and you'll watch me make a few blunders. Let's look at this game together. So they open up king pawn, e4. I respond e5. Then they do this. I don't know what to do. So I just say, I'll just copy you. I'll do the same thing. And now we have this, I don't know, crazy center here. We're definitely occupying, controlling the center. And I guess this is called the buyer gambit. I've never played it before. So I felt really uncomfortable during this game, probably. They developed their minor piece. Let's take a look here. We have attack, 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 attack. This guy's attacking. So a lot of attacks going on right now. All of our pawns are in danger, especially this feller right here. He's going to attack twice. And then we do have our queens protecting those pawns. So there's a lot of action going on already. So I decided to break this tension, and I capture on e4. And I thought, hey, that's nice because I'm attacking this piece too. And maybe they won't notice that, and they'll move another piece, and then I'll just gobble it up. But, of course, that's not what happened. My opponent took the pawn, and I'm thinking, what do I do? I can't capture here because I'll recapture. So now, I don't know. What do I do? I developed as well. I thought, hey, that's cool. I'll just attack your pawn. But what I didn't realize is that that's not a good move. He's attacking me. So, and you figure, hey, it's not a free cookie right now because if he takes, I'll just take back. But when that happens, I get this right here, this pawn structure. This is not what you want. So these are called doubled pawns when you have pawns stacked on top of each other. You can have triple pawns. If this guy was here, that's a triple pawn. And they're also what's called isolated. Isolated pawn means you don't have a friend to your left and right to help defend you. So if something happens, none of my pawns can protect either of these fellers right here, and that's not good. Pawns never like to be hanging out alone. Always have a friend next to them if you can avoid that. So technically, the game is tied right now. We have an even amount of material, but my structure is garbage. Okay, I got this pawn kind of overextended. He's in their half of the board here. So that's kind of dangerous. Then I have these messed up pawns. That's not doing me any favors. So I'm not a huge fan of the board right now. This pawn has no defender. That's a free cookie waiting to get gobbled. Free cookie here. So yeah, I have two free cookies on the board right now, and they have no free cookies because this queen is protecting. So let's go. Let's move forward. They develop their bishop. Okay, that's fine. I develop my knight, finally protecting my pawn. And then my opponent does something I don't really care for. He moved his piece a second time. So he moved his bishop again, which was silly because he has all these other minor pieces that need to get into the party, but he decided to move the same piece twice. I think the idea was that they wanted to pin This is called a pin, pinning my knight to my queen. So right now, I can't move my knight. If I wanted to, say I go over here, then he just gobbles up my queen for free. Gobble, gobble, ghoul. And I don't want that to happen. So right now, my knight's stuck. It's really not that threatening. I guess if I made a silly move and he was to take, I could just take back with either my, this would be terrible, right? Because now I got double isolated pawns. That'd be no good. So I should probably take back with my queen. And then I'd, have an eyeball on this guy over here. But no, that's not what I did. I think I like this move, actually. I moved my pawn to h6, attacking. This is me just saying, hey, what are your intentions? Are you really going to take that piece or are you going to run away? And he said, yeah, I'm really going to take it. And so he did. Taking with his pawn on the g7 pawn would be silly, so I recaptured with my queen to get him out of the party. I'm a little more comfortable with that. So now it's an even game as far as material goes, but my position's still a little wonky. So he keeps developing, and when he does this, he's attacking my pawn. I should probably defend this pawn because he has no friends, no one has his back. You kind of want to use the buddy system in chess. You want to make sure every piece has a friend protecting him, and if he doesn't, that's how you're going to lose the game because he's looking to gobble this up, and he probably should. So I make this move, which does not defend my pawn. I just say, hey, I'll get these pieces out. I want to think about castling pretty soon here. So I'm just making moves, I guess. He pushes the pawn. I don't know. Maybe I would have taken here. I don't know. Let's see. And I castle. I think castling was a good choice here for me. So now if he takes... let's go back. Now if he takes here, I could just move my rook over and pin his knight to his king. This is called an absolute pin. So no matter what, he cannot move his knight out of the way because he would be in check, and that is an illegal move. And now this is just a cookie waiting to get gobbled up. So that's good. Good for me. But my opponent didn't move there. He took the pawn. So I'm thinking, what do I do now? Should I develop more pieces? No, I make this random move. I think at the time I was looking at a nice little checkmate right here on the f2 square. So if he would have made a silly move, I would have just gobbled up. That's a checkmate. That's a nice little checkmate. And I thought, oh, my friend won't see that move coming. But he makes this move. He gobbles up the free pawn, and in doing so, he's forking, it's called. He has a nice little fork. He has a choice what he wants to take on my queen and my bishop. What I should have done is that move I talked about earlier, going to e8. That's a nice move. Boom, this guy's under attack. He probably has to move a pawn out or something silly to defend. I like that. That's nice. But of course I don't do that because I'm rated at 570. So I play like garbage. And I said, oh, checkmate. Boom. Not a checkmate. It looks really nice. Attack in. I'm defending. This cookie's protected, right? But it doesn't matter. They gobbled up with their knight. Queen is worth 9 points. This guy is worth 3. Even if I was to take back, the king would just take again. Now I'm down 9 points still. So that's not good. I wasn't thinking my plan through, and then that happened. So I decided now, hey, now is a good time to move this rook to the e8 square and attack the king. And it feels good sometimes after you get, destroyed to, hey, Yosh, you want to come say hi? Yeah, come here. Whoa. Sometimes it feels good. It's called a spite check. You just want to check them just because it feels like you're in power, but you're really not. So he just makes a simple blocking move, preparing the castle, king side over here. So I keep getting my pieces out. I don't know what this is doing. I think just developing a piece, I would imagine at the time. He castles. This king is nice and safe. So I get my rook here, staring down at their queen. I think maybe they won't notice unless let me take it. Not the case. They scoot their queen over. I'm looking at their undefended pawn, trying to gobble up, anything I can. Queen comes down here. This is an interesting position. So the queen is eyeballing my bishop. If I move this bishop, they'll just gobble up that bishop. But what I see is this bishop on e2. And I say, oh man, I want to eat that bishop. But a smart move would have been to take on c6, protecting my bishop. My bishop's protecting my pawn. And I'm also protecting this pawn right here that the queen's attacking. A lot of action going on there. But this is a good move. But I don't make that move, of course. I make this move, eating that free cookie, which isn't really free. They take my bishop. Okay, bye. They take my bishop and are now eyeballing my rook and my bishop. This guy can't really do anything. He could take there, but then the queen would take back. Can't take here. He'll get taken either way there. Not a good position for me. So I move here. I don't know why. Not a good move either. I think I'm like trying to attack this square. I don't know. This was years ago. I couldn't tell you what I was thinking. But it's a bad move. Not very good. And they just gobble up my undefended bishop there. And this is where I quit. I said, I'm done. And I resigned. Because I'm down by 13 points. So there's no way. I don't think I was going to come back from this. But you saw a few key blunders there that really lost the game for me. In the beginning, when you're starting to play chess, thank you. The difference between winning and losing a lot of times is who's going to make the least amount of terrible moves. And I made way more terrible moves this round than my opponent did. And I think we're going to read a book now. So I hope you learned a bit. Keep your cookies safe, kids. I'll see you later. You want to read a book?